Hello, I'm Chris Mattock, chaplain or lead chaplain at the Great Western Hospital. And thank you for focusing your services on the National Health Service and the work we've been doing during this pandemic. Clearly, uh, life changed a great deal back in March last year. And I know that you have been supporting us through thoughts and prayers throughout the pandemic. I thought a bit of introduction about what chaplaincy at the Great Western Hospital does and is, and then an update from the prayer requests that we sent out last May, because it's quite interesting to compare what we thought we were going to encounter as compared to what we have encountered and the ongoing needs. So first of all, about chaplaincy in the Great Western Hospital. We have a chaplaincy service which is religion non-specific. It's denominationally neutral. And so we offer generic spiritual and pastoral care to all patients, carers, and staff. Now, clearly, part of that is religious care. And if the faith and religion of our particular chaplains happens to match that of the patients and staff, then clearly we can offer prayer and Holy Communion, for example, and other particular religious rituals. But if not, we have close contacts with local religious leaders through the Swindon Interfaith Forum. And so we can bring in faith leaders from religions which aren't our religion to help our patients and carers and staff. So looking back to last year, and I just look at some of the emails that we sent out and some of the prayer requests. Back in March, we were asking that those affected by COVID would have a swift recovery, of course. They wouldn't feel too isolated by the absence of visitors. We asked for prayer for our relatives and visitors, people who are missing their loved ones and finding the restrictions of visitors stressful. They would find peace of mind. And we asked for prayers for our staff who are working long hours outside their normal teams, routines, and skill sets. We asked particularly for those who were suffering fatigue and anxiety and unfamiliar with protective equipment. So that's what we asked for. Some of the things that we didn't expect was particularly the use of technology. We had no idea how much virtual visiting would mean for our patients and our staff. We've made a great deal of use of virtual visiting, and that's been a real comfort to families to be able to see their loved ones in hospital when they've been unable to visit. Now, I know that for some staff that has been really very difficult. And so for prayers for the ongoing needs of our patients and staff in the hospital, first of all, that as we change from being a COVID pandemic into treating more normal patients, we're seeing a number of patients who are coming in whose illness have been left untreated for some time. And so we're seeing an increase of serious illness. Some that would have come in for day surgery, for example, are now in for 3 days. And that has a knock-on effect. We're still seeing visitor restrictions, and that remains a difficult case for people unable to visit or unable to spend much time with their loved ones in hospital. For staff are often fatigued. We've had staff pass through some difficult circumstances, just like the rest of the nation. And so we ask for prayers, particularly for staff who are fatigued, for staff suffering bereavement and loss, that we might continue to use technology that's been so useful to us, such as this, doing a meeting over Zoom or Teams. And obviously ongoing recovery from COVID. And thanks to God that we have a vaccine and we can see the beginning of the end of a pandemic. So thank you for inviting us. Thank you for praying and supporting your health service. Keep looking after staff and keep looking after yourselves.